Hey, what's up, everybody? This is D from Brooklyn, giving you a shot of the 125-gallon reef. As you know, we go through a lot of changes, and as I mentioned in another video, our tanks are always giving us a hurdle that we have to jump over. And this one, of course, I mentioned earlier that one of the WP-40s have gone out. And that leaves me with what most would think is a stagnant area in the tank. So let's take a look at it. Well, there's that dead WP-40. And I've had it for about 2-3 years. Well, I actually had this one about 3 years. The one on the other side of the tank is new. And these things happen, so there is a bit of a dead spot on the tank. Of course, I've moved my return line so that I am getting water from the sump sent in over this area, but as you can see, the corals around it, which are used to the high flow of the WP-40, are open but much shorter. So this is just one of the things that you happen to run into when you own a tank. Equipment fails, things happen, and all we can do is adapt until I get another wave maker to replace that one. Now, I was thinking of going with a gyre type Jabo, what is it? I believe it's a JP or something like that, the gyre type pump. But one of my concerns is the way in which my rock is situated in the tank. It wouldn't exactly be practical to throw a ton of water over the overflow box, which you can see is right there smack in the middle of this shot. So if I did that, it would probably end up throwing a ton of water into the overflow box. And also, one of the things that I don't actually like about the gyre type pumps is the ability to direct the flow, whereas with these WP-40s, I can aim it in whatever direction I want. If I think an area is getting too much flow, I can aim it down, aim it up. And they're probably about twice the price of the regular WP-40 units. So I'm probably going to stick with that route. So let's just take a shift over to the other side of the tank for a minute. Now, as you can see from this side of the tank, is those wave maker pumps throw out a lot of water. I actually have this one on a low setting, because yeah, my fish love it when I use this thing. Maybe you'll catch them looking into it. But the wave effect on this side I have angled up only because on this side of the tank I have this structure here which deflects a lot of water and kind of throws it down. Now right here, and actually, let me use my pointer because it's a little easier as I won't be standing in front of the camera. But this area over here is usually a dead spot because this area is blocked by this. And when I have the WP on the right side of the tank blowing this way, it kind of creates a funnel right here, is why all of these mushrooms have grown in this diagonal. Let me just turn the camera a little bit. So that's one of the reasons I can't wait to get another pump in there. I have a smaller pump, but I didn't feel like pulling all the cable and doing all of that when it's going to just be a temporary fix. So everybody is doing okay for now, and now they think I'm playing with them. See why I love clowns? He's funny. Let me move over here. Look what he does. They're like trained. But anyway, this is just one of the things we go through with the tank, and why it's good to have spare equipment if you can have spare equipment. I'm always saying don't bust the bank, because no matter what you do with a tank, there's going to be another $100 or $50 somewhere that goes wrong. So you just have to deal with it. And for the most part, before we had wave makers, this tank was running, and it'll run without the wave maker. It's just one of those things. You will get a little buildup of algae, as you can see in the bottom of the tank there from the dead spot, but they'll live. Everybody's doing all right. The frag tank is going through a lot of ups and downs. If you guys have seen one of my Sunday swims, you'll see that I had a really bad batch of salt. When I tested it, it was really piss poor. I mean, the alkalinity was like half of what I was getting with the Red Sea Pro. And of course, I wasn't able to find another box of Red Sea Pro, so I had to order that. And in the meantime, I'm using the reef crystals instead of the regular Instant Ocean that kind of sent the tank through a serious diatom bloom. So I'll be giving you an update on that. But I thought it'd be a nice opportunity to just say the more tanks you have, the more issues you have. So when you guys are contemplating going bigger and upgrading, one of the things you have to take into consideration is the bigger the tank, the more equipment, the more the water changes. Well, I don't do too many water changes on this tank, but the larger the volume, I do literally about 35 to 40 gallon water changes in a pop on this tank, which is a regular ordeal because I don't have it plumbed hard line to my RO unit downstairs. But it'll manage. It manages. There's so much rock. There's about 120 or more pounds of rock in here, which takes care of the biological filtration. And it'll just have to make do until I replace that pump, which will be done hopefully this week. So I just want to give you guys that little update. Tank issues downstairs, tank issues upstairs. The planted tank, so far so good, no issues with that. But I'm sure something is dying to go wrong. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Keep those comments coming. Give me a thumbs up. And leave your questions or anything you got below. Join me on Instagram, DFB Aquatics. I love you guys on Facebook, man, when you post your pictures and things. Because there's nothing better in this hobby than looking at pictures of tanks. I think that's what we're in here for. Hey, buddy, looking through the mirror? Looking through the mag? So until next time, I'm going to sign out. Time to make the donuts. Got to make some money. And hit the subscribe button. Until next time, this is D signing out. Keeping my sanity by keeping my aquariums. Tank on, everybody. See ya! Soft Coral Paradise.